So we just finished number 4. Now we're going to start step number 5, which is on page 28. For here, we're going to leave this open. So we're going to leave this in create standard order item data, and then we're going to switch over to the other session that we have running. So remember, we opened this session earlier, and we're going to switch over to this other session. Here we're going to go logistics, sales and distribution, master data, conditions, select using condition type, and then create. That'll bring you here, and in this area the condition type that we're going to type in is K004, and that's for everybody. We're going to type in the same number, click the check mark, which will bring you to this screen. In here for material, we're going to type in your number, then F110, and then click the scales icon up here. So it's the scales button. Once you've done that, it should bring you to this screen, and here we're going to type in the quantity, scale quantity of 10, and 10 for the amount as well. So that means if the customer buys 10 cases or more, then there's an automatic discount applied of $10 per case. So we're going to save that. So you should see condition records saved. Then head back out to the easy screen. If we go back to the other window that we had open, so the other session, I'm going to click into that one. So we're back in this screen, and we're actually going to go up and we're going to delete one of these. So you can use these keys to move up, and we're going to delete this manual price of PB00. So click on the button or the square beside it, then, and that's PB00 that we're going to delete, not the other ones. So make sure you have that button clicked beside it, and then click on delete row. Next, click update, and that'll bring up a new window. And we're going to click on item B, carry out new pricing. So double click that. So that has updated a piece down here, and you can see that the discount amount is now $10 per case, $100 total, and the profit actually changed as well. If you scroll down, the profit that is going back to the company, that changed. Next, we're going to add a percentage discount. So if we go back to the other session, so we're going to leave this session here and go back to this other session that we have open. From here, we'll go logistics, sales and distribution, master data, conditions, select using condition type, then create, and that'll bring us to this screen. The condition type that we're going to type in now is K007, and that's for everybody, regardless of your number. It'll be K007, and then we'll click the green check mark. That'll bring you here, and we're going to search for the right place. So under customer, the first row in customer, click on that cell, click the search button beside it, and customers general, we're going to type in our own number and double click on this one here. That's the health club that we're looking for. Once you have the customer number in there, yours will be different, but once you have the customer number in there, you can click on the green check mark, and it'll populate the rest of the information. Once you have that all populated, click here to highlight the entire row. Then we're going to click on scales. brings up this new window, and under scale value we're going to type in 1000, and the amount is going to be 10. So what this means is that for every $1,000 that the customer spends, it'll be discounted by 10%. Make sure to save this, so click on save. It'll bring you back here, and now you can exit to go back to the easy menu. So now we have to actually go back and do a new transaction, so do a new order. And to do that, we're going to cancel the other sales order. So we're going to go back to this session here, switch back to the other session, and we're going to cancel this out. Data will be lost, all entries will be lost. Do you want to cancel? Yes. So again, we just went back in and canceled that out. Here we're going to go back to step 4. So right now on the document we're on page, at the top of page 34. We're going to go back to step number 4, and we're going to add a new order. So again, make sure you have the printed copy in front of you. We're going to go back to step number 4 and add a new order. So going back to page 13, let me just flip back, and we're going to follow the steps from page 13 to page 20. So starting back on page 13, we're doing number 4 over again to add a new order. So from here, we're going to in this initial sales order, if you're not already here, you can go logistics, sales and distribution, sales order, create. Again, in this window, not in the other window. Make sure that the order type is OR, your number FS in the sales organization, DI for direct division is SB, and then we'll click on the green arrow. Here, just like we've been doing, the sold to party is your number, and Houghton Health Club is the one that we're looking for. Double click that. So we have the sold to party, then the PO number, and that'll be a different number for you. The PO number is going to be HHC1, then your number. Go down to material, so the cell here, and then click the search beside that. You should be in the material by materials group tab. If you're not, you can use these arrows to cycle through. Material group, click the drop down, sales, double click it. Then in materials description, your number, oops, then the asterisk, click the green arrow there, and it's the energy B bars that we're looking for. Order quantity, we have to add 10, so make sure you have 10 in the order quantity. We've just added the material, but now we have to add the order quantity, and now we're going to click the green arrow. You can see the value updated, so this is a different value than the original one because we have that new condition based, the new condition has been applied to it. So another way to look at that is if you scroll down here, you can click on the item conditions, and you can see that the discounts have been applied, and the profit was updated as well. So we're not making as high of a profit on these items anymore because the discounts have been applied. So now we're done step number 4. So we've gone through pages 13 to 20. We're going to go back to page 33 because that's where we initially started. So again, you should have the printed copy in front of you. And I'm going to go back to page 33, and this is where we left off. Kind of right at the end of page 33, beginning of page 34, really. So at the top of page 34, we're at the spot where it says we need to create the order again for the new discount to be applied, and we've done that. Now the screenshot at the top of page 34 shows us what we see here. So it says 107 because of the discounts that have been applied. So that's the end of step 5, and we'll go on to step 6 next.